Hey guys, Az Summit here in the house. Welcome to what I'm calling now the Ask Az show. This is episode 6. Usually I go on at about 11. I'm trying to not go on too late. So today's thing is earlier. So now it's 9:45 p.m. This is January 22nd. And let me make sure that my power is all connected and stuff. So the laptop's all in full form. Let me just share the video on a couple of places, the regular spots. So if you're watching this, please type out where you're watching this from. Yesterday we had a great episode. Got some really great questions from a lot of you guys. So I really appreciate all the awesome questions. So now I'm just waiting for things to load up. So if you're watching this, please type where you're watching. If you have friends who are interested in guitar and jazz and all this kind of good stuff, please do tag them here so they can check it out as well. So yeah, so please type out where you're watching this from. Please type out hello, hi, that kind of good stuff. So this is episode 6. I've been trying to go on Facebook Live every night. And so this is episode 6, means it's 6 days in a row going for this. And I look forward to answer your questions. So if anyone has any questions about guitar playing, about music in general, about the music industry, about gigging. Oh, we have a chef in attendance. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. So far, not so many people right now, but I'm happy to be here. So let me just share this one more time. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, guys, so bunch of different things I can talk about, but I would much rather answer your questions. There's okay, from Subang. I like you answer Iskandar. Iskandar really listened to me. Thank you. So I know you're from Subang. What other instruments do you play? What are instruments do you play besides guitar? I play a little bit of ukulele. I teach ukulele as well. So I play and teach ukulele, fingerstyle ukulele in particular, and also some jazz ukulele as well. A little bit of jazz ukulele, fingerstyle jazz ukulele, but mostly fingerstyle ukulele. I also dabble a little bit, play a little bit, very basic mandolin. I play some piano, keyboards, but mostly for composing. So it's mostly just, I can play enough to write and demonstrate some ideas with chords. But I'm not like at a performance level. So I'm not good enough to play for shows or gigs when it comes to piano. But I do play piano and keyboard. I play keyboards for my own compositions and recording projects. If I just need some simple keyboard parts, I play that. What else do I play? I played some bass in the past, very basic bass. When I was living in US, I did go for a funk bass workshop. Like it's like a short course for like I think 6 or 12 weeks or something like that. So I took some funk bass lessons, really basic, not the slapping kind. It's more of like just a fingerstyle like kind of bass stuff. And I really enjoyed that. That was really amazing. It was by this guy Michael something. Let me see if I can find out. Jazz school. Okay, I'm trying to remember the guy's name because he's a really good bassist. I can't remember his name right now because it was by now it's been many years ago. but he's a really great bass player. Let's see whether it wasn't Glenn Richmond, it was another guy. Let me check whether I can find the name. Wow, there's been so many new teachers at the place where I used to take the lessons. Maybe he's not teaching there anymore. Is Glenn Richmond teaching bass there now? Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, so I mean the answer to your question is I play some bass, I play some ukulele, I play some mandolin. I can play a little bit of banjo, just but very minimal, not authentic banjo. So mostly string instruments that are very similar to guitar, but not at a professional level for those instruments. It's enough for doubling, so I can play a little bit. But probably the best instruments that I can play and I can teach are guitar and ukulele. Those two are instruments that I do teach and know much better. Thanks for the question, Iskandar. Sen Kok Ha. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, while waiting for some stuff, maybe I can play something for you guys. And please feel free to type out questions. If you guys are just tuning in, please let me know where you're from so I know where everyone's watching. And let's see, tune up first. So I've been watching this guy, Sid Jacobs, and he plays in this style by like a Jimmy Weibel style, which is really fascinating to see the fingerstyle technique on that. So let's see. Yo, Aunt Nyi Nzim. Yo, bro, how you doing? So that was kind of over the progression of very famous jazz standard called Autumn Leaves. So kind of combining a bunch of different ideas. So maybe, let me just talk a little bit about the process. So this is maybe some jazz guitar ideas for anyone interested. So usually when I learn jazz songs, right, the first thing I do, one of the first things I do is I just learn the chords. So in this case, right, first chord is A minor 7. So normally what people do, people will play A minor like this, bar chord. But to make it sound jazz, right, you might want to make it, instead of an A minor triad, we make it into A minor 7. But if you do it like this, it still doesn't sound quite jazz. So to make it sound jazz, you actually take out 2 notes out. So you take out the E, take out the A, and make it into just 5-note voicing. So it's A, G, C, E. This makes it sound jazzier. Now, on terms of the right hand, what I do is I sometimes, if I'm playing fingerstyle, I'll just do, or I might do bass chords. So it sounds more like you're trying to basically sound more like a pianist kind of approach. So you have A minor. Then the next chord is D7. Now I could play D7 like this, which is D, A, C, F sharp. Nice jazz. I don't know much about music. Play for hobby. It is true. To have the jazz sound, just put 7 and 9 chords. Yeah, that's one of the ways. It's one of the ways. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's one of the ways is to not play it as triads, especially for these kind of songs lah. So for example, the D here, if I play D, right, it doesn't sound quite jazz. If I play D7, sounds okay. So you have, but what sounds better for the most part is A minor 7 like this, and instead of going to D7 like this, I might go to the D9, D, F sharp, C, E flat. So it becomes like, so this sounds way jazzier. Now to make it more, then after that when you go to the G, don't play G, play a G major 7, which is quite nice. So you have A minor 7, D9, G major 7. Now to make it even cooler, to keep the top note the same, A minor 7, D9, and then keep the E on top here, make it G major 13. So the chord, right, the top note is just the same. A minor 7, D9, G major 13. Then the next one is C major 7. So instead of C, play C major 7, which is quite nice. So you have then here you have F sharp minor 7 flat 5. We play here. So here it's kind of jumping, right? So that's not so nice. But what could I do to make it nicer? If I went from the C major 7 just now, instead of C major 7, maybe play this C major 9. So you have and here the B7, instead of B7, maybe play B7 sharp 9 or E7 flat 9. Those work really well, or both as well. Here it's just E minor 7. So the whole part of Autumn Leaves, if you play the progression, you could do this 1, 2, 3, 4. Then here, going back on top, instead of staying on E minor 7, we might want to go to E7. But again, E7 sounds really plain for this. Maybe E7 sharp 9. E7 flat 9. All this works well together. And A minor 7. So that happens twice. That's the first part of Autumn Leaves. Let's try. Here. That's the first half. Now the next part is the B section of the song goes to F sharp minor 7 flat 5. But instead of playing it here, sometimes I like to play it here. So this is like 9, 10, 9, 10, middle 4. F sharp minor 7 flat 5. 9, 10, 9, 10. Then going to a B7 sharp 5. B, A, D sharp, G. So this is 7, 7, 8, 8. Then E minor 9. 7, 5, 7, 7. Then it goes to E7 sharp 9 again. Then it's the same like the first half. Then it goes back to the F sharp minor 7 flat 5. E7 sharp 5. Here is different. It goes E minor 9, E flat 9, D minor 9, D flat 9, and C major 9. B7 sharp 5, B7 flat 9, E minor. So let me show you this first part again. It goes E minor 9 is 7 5 7 7, and E flat 9 is 6 5 6 6. Then D minor 9 is 3 5 3 5 5. Here is D flat 9 4 3 4 4, and C major 7, same as before, 3 2 4 3. B7 sharp 9 is 2 1 2 3, and then B7 flat 9 is 2 1 2 1. And E minor 7 is just 0 0 0 0 0. So the whole thing, that's like the basic way I would play the chord progression to Autumn Leaves. So does anyone have any questions so far? So if you're watching this, please, please click like, and please share the video with any friends or tag your friends that might be interested in this. Dan sesiapa yang ada soalan, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to type out your questions, even if it's something, if it's related to this, the chords is good, but kalau anything else also you can still ask. Okay, so let me play you an example to hear the whole thing in context, okay? 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that's the basic chord progression. Michael Lam in the house, Norman Young in the house. You got some representation from all the way from Hong Kong. Some of my friends from Hong Kong here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So, if you guys have any questions about jazz, guitar in general, improvisation, please feel free to ask. I want to get one of my picks together. I'm doing fingerstyle throughout. See if I can get a pick. Okay, it's here. Okay. So let me just kind of improvise with that. So again, this is a open kind of Q&A show. Hey man, hey Michael. Hope you're well, man. So if you guys have anything that I could possibly answer, questions about jazz, about guitar, feel free to ask. But let me now show you guys how I would improvise over that chord progression. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Yuha, you got some questions? Cool. Let me check one by one, okay? Salam, macam mana skill untuk minor or major 7? Sometimes tengok orang petik A minor tapi alih satu jari terus jadi minor 7. Haha, ada trick ke? Okay, Ayuha Sulaiman, macam ni. A minor kan adalah note A, C, E. A, C, E, A, C, E. Itu A minor, okay? Ni A kan? Ni note G. Note G ni menjadikan dia minor 7. Artinya kalau kita ada minor, dia ada 3 note je. Dia triad. Triad tu 3 note. A, C, E, A, C, E. Jadi kalau kita tukar note A ni, instead daripada ada 2 A, kita ada 1 A je. Kita sekarang ada G, dia jadi A minor 7. Kalau dekat sini, A minor dia A, E, A, C yang tengah 4-4 ni kan. Kalau kita alihkan the A yang ni, kita naikkan atas, dia jadi G. Ni pun A minor 7 juga. Itu trick dia. So it's just ada satu extra note. Hulu balang adik Muzani. Hai abang, nak tip solo over the chord. Okay. So macam ni. Aaron actually dah answer dah, tapi I try to explain a bit more. So, katakan kita ada satu chord, let's say chord A minor. A minor, ambil lebih simple lah, kita ambil chord C. Kan, chord C ni, note dia adalah C, E, G, C, E. Itu nama chord dia. Dalam chord ni, kalau kita main note dia one after the other, C, E, G, C, E, ni nama dia arpeggio. Okay, C, E, G, C, E. Tapi kalau kita main macam tu, dia tak bunyi macam melody. Jadi untuk bunyikan dia macam melody, kita kena main sebagai single note. Maksudnya, kita dengar satu-satu note je. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G. So, kalau orang tengah strumming, so mungkin saya so sementara ni dia agak sedikit tak berapa menarik kan. Tapi kita boleh juga menggunakan satu scale dinamakan C major pentatonic. So contohnya C. Ni macam lagu My Girl. Kalau you pernah dengar lagu My Girl dia. Itu scale dia, C major pentatonic. So kalau kita ada chord C, kita main dan so daripada chord tu, kita dah ada arpeggio dan ada scale, kita boleh combine menjadikan licks atau melody. So kalau kita nak buat dia jadi lebih menarik atau lebih bluesy, daripada kita main E ni aja, kita slide daripada E jadi E flat. So dia bunyi lebih kepada melody. So tu semua saya pakai actually just C major pentatonic. Itu tips asas dia. Untuk dapat lebih banyak idea, kita kena dengar lagu yang kita suka dan kita transcribe. Maksudnya kita dengar, kita copy by ear dan pastikan boleh main on the guitar. Itu rahsia dia. Muhammad Iskandar Sapong. Noh Saleh Hujan, one of the local composers I know, twist turns jazz in music into alternative rock. Yeah, Hujan's amazing man. They're really good. Tapi Aaron, selalu bunyi jazz Melayu. AG Coco bro Iskandar. Yeah, AG Coco is awesome. He's cool. Aaron cakap, sorry bro, jazz tu datang dari negara barat. Kalau lagu Melayu perlu dengar lagu rakyat. That's also correct. AG Coco untuk solo. Hulu Balang cakap, yes, the question is any tips perlu omit apa-apa scale, just play bebop, altered whole half. Okay, so the tips is like this tau. Actually, depending on each chord, lain scale or ideas, and also depending on the style. Contohnya kalau chord dia C kan, kalau saya nak buat bunyi macam more to that whole John Mayer or Nora Jones kind of like more folk, macam more blues or folk kind of, that kind of, sorry. That kind of thing, right? So actually major pentatonic. Tapi untuk bunyi macam John Mayer, macam that kind of John Mayer or Stevie Ray Vaughan yang melodic tu, dia orang selalu slide tau. Dia tak main. Dia tu for the melodic stuff, tu agak boring. So dia kena, sorry. That. Tu kalau major pentatonic. Katakan I nak buat dia bunyi jazz, more like indie rock kind of like. So for example, I might actually add C major 7. So I might do C major 7, B, C, E, G, B, C, E, G, or B, C, E, G, B. So kalau macam C, I might do. So that's a combination of that whole kind of John Mayer, Stevie Ray dengan a bit of jazz. Tapi kalau you buat in groove, so that makes it a combination of arpeggio dengan major pentatonic dengan slides. So tu yang basic lah. Azrul bertanya, lagu apa yang sesuai untuk belajar gitar jazz beginner? Autumn Leaves, Blue Bossa, Freddie Freeloader. Those are the three yang I would recommend. Tu yang selalu kalau saya ajar student saya, lagu-lagu tu tiga. Freddie Freeloader, Autumn Leaves, dan Blue Bossa. Banyak lagu actually, tapi I think those three is quite good place to start lah. Let's see apa soalan lain. D9 tu 2 chord, C sharp 9 tu ganti G7, G9 sebelum balik ke C major 7. No, D9 tu is actually, this is actually in the key. This one actually is a 2-5-1 in G. 2 minor 7, 5-7 of 1 in G, 4 major 7. Lepas tu dia tukar key minor, 2 minor 7 flat 5, 5-7 to E minor 7. So I like to look at it as macam major but the minor key. One of the ways of looking at it lah. Kalau you look at completely minor kan, it's actually, this is a bit more complicated to think about it. 4 minor 7, flat 7-7, flat 3 major 7, flat 6 major 7, 2 minor 7 flat 5, 5-7, 1 minor 7. So depending on how you view. For the last part to E minor 7 is 1 minor 7. This is E flat 7 is sub 5-7 to flat 7-7. Sorry. To D minor it's actually the 6, I guess the flat 7 minor 7. Then sub 5-7 to a flat 6 major 7, 5-7 to E minor. So semua actually nak resolve balik pergi E minor. So the song is basically in a minor key. You look at D9 is major second. Major second to what key? To C major? If the song is in the key of G, it's the 5-7. Kalau it's in the E minor, it's flat 7-7. D9, it'll be the second in the key of C lah. But sebab kalau of C major, yeah, if it's in the key of C, tapi lagu ni is not in C, lagu ni is in E minor. Tapi kalau let's say you play macam apa tu, like Take the A Train or like then it's a 2-7. Tapi in the key of G, it's a 5-7. So dia nampak sama but depends on what key it is lah. Cool. Thanks for the question guys. Appreciate the questions. So ada apa-apa soalan lagi while we're at the jazz thing? we can talk about. I know a lot of people like to talk about scales. We can talk about some scale stuff or mode stuff also. I personally like the A minor 7, right? I like to actually just look at it from the arpeggio sense. So A minor 7, A, C, E, G, and then A, C, E, G, and then A, C, E, G. And I like to look at it so that I can play the arpeggio throughout the fretboard. Bukan macam, not just in position, but also A, C, E, G. So I can get all the way up here, the range. So bila you start playing the lines kan, sorry. Or so it's all A minor 7. Acong, Tuan Asaman, apa tips nak hafalkan semua chord? I think, yeah, actually I actually agree dengan Aaron in this case. Aaron cakap mengikut pengalaman dia banyak main lagu. In fact, I agree. Actually banyak kalau nak belajar chords kan, you should learn according to chord progression lagu. So contohnya kalau saya nak belajar contohnya just jenis-jenis A minor kan. Mungkin A minor 7 saya nak hafal, tapi kena hafal dalam konteks. So A minor 7 sini boleh main, D9, G major 7. Itu kira 251 dalam G. Jadi kalau saya nak belajar A minor 7 yang lain, saya cari apa A minor 7 yang ada sini. Mungkin this one, which is E, A, C, G. So saya akan tengok that this is one fingering for A minor 7. Ni pun ada A minor 7. So I ada dua A minor 7. Lepas tu ada one more A minor 7 I boleh main sini. Tapi ni orang tak selalu main sebab the fingering is a bit trickier. C, G, A, E. So for example, I could play A minor 7, A minor 7, A minor 7. Another one is up here, A minor 7, just flat aja. It's G, C, E, A. One more is here, A, E, C, G, C. So far I ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Ada 5 jenis A minor 7 dan dia semua dekat-dekat. So kalau I nak hafal kan, I would want to know, nombor satu, I nak tahu apa note I main. So kalau I main A minor 7 ni, I kena tahu note dia A, G, C dengan E. Kalau A minor 7 yang kat sini, note dia C, G, A dan E. Kalau A minor 7 yang ni, E, A, C dengan J. If I play this A minor 7, I have G, C, E and A. And this A minor 7, I have A, E, G and C. So even though it's one chord, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fingerings for A minor 7. Then I learn the next chord, D7 for instance. So D7, maybe I can play this D9, which is a kind of D7. This one's a D7 as well. Maybe this D9. There's another one that I like, which is this one, D, A, F sharp, C. So I have 1, 2, or maybe I can play D13, D9, D sus4, D7 sus4, D7, D9, D7, maybe D7 with A in the bass. So now I have a bunch of A minor 7, beberapa jenis A minor 7 and beberapa jenis D7. So I try to figure out how do I go from A minor to D7. A minor 7, D9. What's another way? A minor 7, D7 like this, or A minor 7, D7, or A minor 7, A minor 7, D9, D9. Or maybe A minor 7, A minor 7, D7 sus4, D7. So the movement. Or I might start here, A minor 7, A minor 7, D7, D9. Or from here maybe A minor 7, A minor 7, D7, D7, D with a 9. So you ambil satu chord progression, lepas tu you belajar in dekat-dekat area dekat-dekat tu you belajar jenis-jenis inversion chord dia, different kinds of A minor 7, different kinds of D7, and then we connect in a progression. Itu cara hafal dia. Jadi kena tahu apa note you main, apa fingering dia, and tahu dalam chord progression. Hey, more Reza in the house. Hi Reza, how you doing, man? LOP, Cikgu Az, 3x0032, sedap. Ni nama dia G major 7. This is G major 7, G, D, D, B, F sharp. Oh sorry, ada D juga sini. So this is quite nice for like macam kalau you main indie rock or folk. Apa chord progression sesuai? Kalau dalam key of G boleh sesuai. So I might do something. Tukar bass here. Maybe here tukar macam. Tukar bass gently. Maybe here. Maybe here D, D7. And here maybe C at 9. So that's how I would do it. I can gantikan dia jadi one chord. Gorgeous. Kane Rogers in the house. We got some Australian representation here. Kane, how are you doing, Kane? Do you have any questions I can answer about jazz guitar or jazz guitar chords? We're kind of geeking out on jazz chords mostly right now today. So I'm open to answering questions about that. Bro Asamat, perasan tak most pop songs sekarang suka guna 6 chord, 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord? Let me think about that. Let me try another key. Because sedap. Because it's like it's actually just a nice progression. That's all it is. And it's a very common progression. So kenapa dia pakai chord tu? Sebab it's common and it's familiar. And it's not as boring as like 1, 6, 2, 5, you know. I mean that's okay, but you know. just it's super common. So people use it lah for many songs. There are just periods when people like to use the same chord progression. What's the other one that was very popular? That one, which is like in axis of, what is it called? Is that? One, 5, 6, 4. That's also another very super common chord progression. Most students suka 6, 4, 1, 5. This is like all of you, all of me, John Legend. They'll be like. Tons of songs. So it's usually those are just very, very common variations. The good thing about having very common chord progressions like that, it means that you actually need to, when the chord progressions are very much the same, everything else has to be more creative. So for pop songs, like maybe the chord progression is very, very similar for many songs, but the melody is what makes it interesting. The lyrics are what makes it interesting. So maybe the chord progression is very conventional, but the lyrics might be interesting. The chords, the melody might be interesting. And if the melody and the chord progression is very, very typical, then maybe the arrangement is what makes it interesting. And let's say usually there's one element, it's either the melody, chords, arrangement, mix, what else? Melody, chord, arrangement, mix, or groove. There's all these simple things: melody, harmony, rhythm, groove, arrangement, mix, that make it interesting. So it doesn't mean, sometimes guitarists, right, we tend to look down at certain songs because we're like, oh, it's just the same 4 chords, just the same 3 chords, we make it sound like the chords are not the thing, the chords are just one part of the equation. So you have to look at everything else. So maybe you look at the song, you're like, oh, it's the same chords as all the chords I know. But the question is, could you possibly write something at that level where the melody is catchy, the lyrics are catchy? Then the question is, you can tell me, hey bro, I can write a song like that. Then the question is, after you write a song like that, can you produce something at that level where the production and the mix and the arrangements are very nice? Then you might say to me, yeah bro, I can produce something up to Billboard level. I can produce the mix, I can write everything. Okay, then the question is, you can produce up to that level, but can you get it to a singer and can you do the marketing and promotion where it gets to be a top 1 song, top 10 song on Billboard and worldwide hit? So there's all these different levels of how we can look at music. And some of it is purely artistic level where we're looking at music as pure art, and you say, oh, it's very easy to play the chords. Yeah, it might be easy to play the chords, but can you play it with the right kind of groove, the right kind of feel, the right kind of tone, the right kind of touch? And then, so there's all these different levels. So the chords are just like chords are like the most basic thing in terms of information. But what do you do with those chords? People write songs with the same chords for hundreds and hundreds of years. But why are the songs, why are there still new songs? And there are all these different variations lah. Khairi Ajmain. Okay, so good, suka dengar. Thank you Khairi. Tapi biasanya FB Live membincangkan profesional punya tahap. Begini macam saya tak faham sangat, tapi suka tengok live ni. Khairi, rahsia dia macam ni. katakan you tak faham sesuatu, you tanya saya dari tahap apa you faham dan apa you nak faham. Lepas tu saya akan explain pada tahap yang you boleh faham. Soalan dia selalu profesional sebab yang tanya kadang-kadang dia nak tanya soalan tahap profesional. So saya jawab secara tahap tu lah. Dan satu lagi yang banyak the video yang FB live ni, even though it's how do I say, even though I might explain pada tahap profesional, the video is archived tau. Artinya you boleh tengok balik video ni again and again and again and again. Mungkin kali kedua you tengok, you dapat ilmu lain. Mungkin kali ketiga you dapat idea lain. Kali keempat you dapat idea lain. So jangan tengok the video as a one time you tengok, lepas tu dah settle. You boleh watch the video many times and then dapat idea. And you boleh recommend the video to your friends and maybe you can have a discussion. You know, I saw this video, you know, the Ask Us show, episode 6. And episode 6, we were talking about chords and jazz progressions and pop progressions. Then you boleh bincang dengan your friends, what do you think about it? Maybe you guys can watch the episode together, pause, try to copy what I'm doing, and then try to see what you can come up with. So the reason I do the Facebook Live is so that you guys can watch it live and interact. Kita boleh bersoal jawab. Dan you boleh tengok balik the video again and then boleh study the thing. So it's that, bukan sekali live aja. So sometimes if you tengok one time, the first time mungkin tak dapat. But maybe you tengok the 5th time, you akan dapat lebih banyak info. But yeah, thank you for watching. So I'm probably gonna go for another macam 8 minutes macam tu lah, up to an hour. Jadi Khairi ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya? Do you have any questions you want to ask? So let me, while we're at it lah, because the chord progression tadi kan was quite interesting. How was it? What's the one? 6, 4. So ini progression pop yang quite biasa. Kalau kita nak main secara pop yang biasa, kita main A minor. So kalau yang beginner, maybe 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. Ni kan saya baca macam tab lah, the tab fingering. 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, A minor. Lepas tu 4 is F major. Kalau tak biasa pakai bar chord macam F ni, boleh main F biasa macam ni. It's like half a bar chord. 3, 2, 1, 1. Lepas tu C. Tak main 6 string, kita main sini. 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. C. Then G. 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 3. 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 3. So itu, this is kalau kita nak main secara pop. Kita boleh main just strumming contohnya. Kalau strumming saya mungkin buat atau kalau nak macam like more pop, kind of like kalau macam John Legend punya tu, palm muted 1, 2, 3, 1, sorry 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Atau boleh buat just palm muted down pun boleh. Ni kalau beginner. Ataupun straight ahead rock. It actually sounds like zombie juga. So another way, I have to tidur now. Okay, thanks Ian. Baru belajar pegang chord, keras jari. Good night Ian. So okay, Khairi, macam ni. Kalau nak biasakan kan, I show you one exercise yang you boleh pakai for untuk kind of lembutkan jari ni. So this is what I would typically ask my students to do lah. So kita pakai 2 jari aja. And sini kita picking kan semua downstroke aja. Jadi on fret ke-5 ni 5, kita je buat 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6 aja macam ni. So picking down aja. Macam tu aja. So 5, 6, 5, 6. Macam ni aja. Artinya tali nombor 6, 5, fret 5 dan fret 6. Tali nombor 5, 5, 6. Tali nombor 4, 5, 6. Tali nombor 3, 5, 6. Tali nombor 2, 5, 6. Tali nombor 1, 5, 6. Dan picking ni kita untuk permulaan untuk this one kita buat down aja semua. Down, 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 down. Lepas tu naik balik. Down, down. So pakai 2 jari aja. Ini untuk just biasakan supaya kita ada habit. Dekat belakang ni kita letak thumb dia supaya just stable. Sini thumb dia dekat belakang ni, bukan dekat atas, bukan dekat bawah. Dia dekat belakang sini aja. Okay, so dia jadi kalau main a bit smooth. So exercise ni nampak macam mudah kalau orang yang dah lama main kan, dia macam mungkin pandang ni remeh. Dia rasa benda ni agak simple. Tapi it's actually very useful. Saya pun akan practice benda ni. Okay, itu 1 dengan 2 kan. Lepas tu kita buat 1 dengan 3. Sama juga, fret 5 dengan fret 7. 1, 5, 7, 5, 7. So nampak picking dia semua picking down aja. Lepas tu naik balik. Lepas tu third one kita buat first finger dengan fourth finger. So dia 5 dengan 8. Ni mungkin susah sikit for most people kalau tak biasa. 5, 8. So ni kena mula-mula tu buat slow-slow. Nampak tak? So I tengah nak keep my jari yang dekat-dekat dengan fretboard tadi. Dia tak nak jauh-jauh sangat. Dia tak macam ni tau. Dia tak macam ni. Ini salah. Dia kena dekat-dekat sini aja. So dia efficient. So saya tunjuk demo sekejap untuk warm up ni, untuk biasakan jari ni supaya lebih comfortable. Saya tunjuk semua sebagai satu set lah. So you boleh tengok sebagai routine practice. Untuk warm up dia boleh buat. So contohnya yang 5, 6. So bila you buat ni not this fast ha. Ni saya saja nak demo supaya you tengok semua back to back. Lepas tu 5, 7. Saya termiss tadi. So itu exercise untuk tangan kiri, fretting hand supaya lebih comfortable. So dia nampak macam, it looks macam basic, tapi dia amat membantu kalau kita baru mula main. Dan in fact kalau you dah lama main pun dia agak membantu supaya dia coordination kita. Kita biasa apa-apa fingering pun kita akan lebih biasa. Vigneswaran Sundra Raju. Thanks for tuning in, man. Bro, can you explain a bit about hybrid picking? Sure, man. Hybrid picking. Love the topic. So, hybrid picking is basically you pegang pick and you pakai some other fingers here. So, I'll show you the most basic one kan. Let's say thumb dengan middle finger. So, contohnya if I want to play something macam, let me think of what I could do. Maybe figuring out the, maybe this dua note ni lah, maybe like say C ni dengan this C. So kalau kita nak buat normal picking, kita akan pick down, up. So this is called outside picking. Down, up. So di sini. So it's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Kalau hybrid picking, I can pick this one down, lepas tu the middle finger ni jadi dia punya up. So if you look at the hand kan, dia lebih efficient. So it's just down. Let me see if you can see it. Also kalau you nak main line yang dia go back and forth dengan third string dengan first string ni, dia so C, 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 B flat, C, A, C, B flat. Kalau kita kena pick saja, dia bit harder lah. Kalau hybrid. Now what I might do is actually I'll alternate between the M and the A finger. So dia jadi P downstroke, M downstroke, A downstroke, M downstroke, A. So P M P A P M P A. So they're alternating the M A M A. Again, to do it. So let's say I was doing a line. Or kalau macam blues kan, what some of the blues guys will do is, for example, they might do this kind of. So instead of kalau normal, you can like, so down, up, down, up, down, up, A. You might do. So I even here, I might do that. Down, hammer, M. That's quite nice. So I could do. So stuff like that. Also nak senang nak macam sini kan. Then I can get there. So it's memudahkan you nak go to the next string. That's one of the ways. That's why hybrid picking is very useful. The best course, there's two people that are really good with hybrid picking kind of lessons. One is my friend Gustavo Assis Brazil. He wrote a bunch of books on hybrid picking. Dia yang paling, how do I say, quite early on dia dah cover this territory and kind of like in that circle. So if you're curious about that, Gustavo Assis Brazil, we were both teaching at the Berkeley Summer Guitar Sessions years ago masa dekat Boston. He lives in Boston. I'm back in KL. But he's one. And another guy that I really like is Martin Miller. Martin Miller on Jam Track Central, JTC, he has a course on hybrid picking that I actually practice. I haven't practiced it in a while, but if I was going to check out hybrid picking, that is the course I would check out and strongly recommend. Martin Miller hybrid picking dekat Jam Track Central is probably the best one. The exercises are very practical and very real world. So I like those a lot. I strongly recommend Martin Miller's course. Memang best lah. It's not easy though. It's quite hard, the exercises, but they're very good. So that's what I would recommend. So yes, I think that's that for now. Anyone else have any closing questions? It's been an hour and 5 minutes, and I think I'm gonna take off soon. So, but I'm still open if anyone wants to ask maybe one or two questions. While waiting for that, let me tell you guys about a few things happening. I have a few things that you guys can check out if you want to get more material to practice. I have just re-released this thing called the Super Saver Jazz Guitar Bundle. It's basically $1, 4 ringgit. You can get it. Let me give you the link. It's basically a collection of 50 jazz guitar licks that you can get. see if I can get the link. Trying to get the okay, I got it. So this is one thing you guys can check out sama-sama. So you can check out this one. It's called the Super Saver Jazz Guitar Bundle. It's $1 atau RM4. You can get it, and it has 50 jazz guitar licks that you can practice. They're actually like quite cool licks that I wrote down. It took me some time to write those down, and you can practice those to build up your chops, your technique and stuff. It's basically the most affordable thing that you can get. So if you enjoy the Facebook Live, right, and you want to get support what I'm doing, and you want to learn as well, you can check that out. That's something that is I feel is pretty affordable for anyone. If you want to learn more jazz stuff, that's kind of a cool thing to check out. The other thing you can check out is I have a new course. This one goes out to teachers for guitarists who want to teach guitar. You can check out this other course that is out. It's called How to Start Teaching Guitar Lessons. That one is an audio lesson. Basically, you boleh dengar the audio lesson. You can listen to the audio lesson, and it comes with a PDF worksheet that you can fill. You have to fill up. You listen to it. You fill up the worksheet, and then you will basically know how to start teaching guitar lessons. If you already play guitar and you want to make some side income from teaching, check that out. How to Start Teaching Guitar Lessons is basically me guiding you through what you need to think about in order to actually get your first paying student. So that one is also on promo right now. It's currently selling for $10. I will raise the price because I think $10 is actually really affordable for that. It's 40 ringgit. I should be charging more for it, and I will be charging more for it. So if you want to grab that, grab it now while it's still on the offer. It's $10. It's 40 ringgit. And once you get your first paying student, and if you know, I mean, assuming you charge 40 ringgit at least for the student, you're gonna recoup and make back that money. So that's another thing that you can check out, how to start teaching guitar lessons. Another thing that, in case you guys want to go all out and get all the material I have out, except for my modes course. I have a modes course. That one is separate. But there's this other thing that you guys can check out, which is called the 2019 Guitar Success Bundle. This one is something special because this one is actually every ebook and every lesson pack that I have available. So the 2019 Guitar Success Bundle is 4 ebooks that I've written, and how many lesson packs? I think it's 5 or 6 lesson packs. It's 5 lesson packs and 9 bonuses. So that one is on an offer now for $60 or 240 ringgit. So that's not cheap, but it's not expensive either because the actual value is $122. So you actually save $62 there. You save more than 240 ringgit. Even though it's 240, it's actually worth more than that. You get a lot of material. You get all my books there, all the ebooks. It's still cheaper than a 1-hour lesson with me. So if you get that stuff, you get enough material to practice for the whole year. I know a lot of my students, online students who've gotten that, have been working through the material, and it's been helping them out. And you can still email me and ask questions about the material as you practice through them. So I try my best to answer as much as possible. So those 3 things are for different people. You know, if you want to start out and you want to support me and get some jazz guitar licks, check out the Super Saver Jazz Guitar Bundle, $1. If you want to learn how to teach guitar and make money from teaching guitar, check out the How to Start Teaching Guitar Lessons. That's at $10. And if you want to get all my ebooks, all my lesson packs, have tons of material to practice, check out the 2019 Guitar Success Bundle. And if you don't want to get anything right now, the series of Ask As show, this whole thing, this whole session is free of charge for you guys. Just ask questions, show up, and we hang out. So something for every price bracket. And as long as you guys are asking cool questions and hanging out and practicing, I'm really happy. So those are the things. Julian Chan in the house, my buddy, Jazz Bromance Bro. So I'm gonna close up the session. Like I said, if you guys like the video, please click like. If you guys have friends yang macam you think you will enjoy this video, please tag them on this video. And if you guys could share this video with your friends, it would mean the world to me. All these videos are archived on Facebook, so you can watch this again and again. You can also watch this on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/azsamad, AZSAMAD. And you can also listen to it. I'm starting to put them up on my podcast. My podcast is just anchor.fm/azsamad. I'll give a link to that as well. So in case you guys just want to listen to what we covered and not watch the video, you can also listen. It'll be on Spotify and all that kind of good stuff. Yo, Julian Chan in the house. Yo. Ahmad Harun, what are your thoughts on comparisons in terms of genre? We shouldn't make comparisons genre. I feel it's unfair. My opinion about genre is I feel that there's a very elitist thing sometimes. Sometimes people say, oh, jazz is better, bebop is better, fusion is better. Or some people might say a certain genre of metal is better. Maybe gent is better than old school metal. Or like, to me, every style of music, and this includes pop, this includes Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift and even the most commercial of musics. To me, if it makes someone happy, that's what matters. If it makes someone feel fulfilled, that's what matters. I don't really, I used to be more like, I don't know, genre bias. I mean, I like jazz the most and fingerstyle guitar, classical romantic era music a lot. But I think everyone will have a certain kind of music that speaks to them. I used to like a lot of 90s hip hop. I still do. I like grunge a lot. I like some kinds of metal. I like gent. I like some periphery, not all periphery. I like Tosin Abasi when he just does his thing. So I think it's just to be open to all styles. And if you don't like a certain style of music, it's okay, because there's a lot of music out there. We don't have to like everything. So pentatonic over 2-5-1 licks. Okay, I'll answer that one for Aaron. So this is what I would do for 2-5-1s. Let me do it in A minor as well, so everything's related as before. On A minor 7, what I would play is A minor pentatonic. Then on D7, what I would play here usually, which I like, is probably probably C minor pentatonic. So that's C minor pentatonic. And then on the G major 7, what would I play? You could play B minor pentatonic. So that's one way of doing it. So what kind of licks that you can do? So I'm just improvising over that. Ahmad Harun, I like the take Kurt Cobain's concept to guitar riff. It's simple and melodious. Yeah, I love it, man. I just actually, I think, I don't know whether it was last episode or the episode before that. So that's just like really, really beautiful if you think about it. Completely agree. I try to play Latas Tinggan by ear, I feel. Okay, Azro, I'll play Latas Tinggan to close the session today. So Aaron, does that make sense, the pentatonic thing? I don't really, I'll show you some patterns I use, but I don't have any licks memorized for that. I'm actually just improvising using those ideas. Play School by Nirvana. I don't know that one, huh? I need to actually like check out all the old Nirvana stuff and listen back to it. I think I would appreciate it even more now. I love it. I love those songs. Let me show Aaron the pentatonic thing a little bit. So these are the patterns that I like in terms of fingering. So I like this one a lot, which is just going down. So I like going down like that, or so that's scalar, right? So C minor, right? The fingering I use when I change, I don't actually, I do that one, but I also do here, which is 8-6-8-6, 8-5-8-5, 8-6-8-6. So I might do then B. This is the other pattern actually. Okay, let me just try that. The other pattern I like is I like to do string skips. So that's another sequence I like. 6th string, 4th string, 5th string, 3rd string, 4th string, 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string. Same reverse. Another one I like is the triplet thing. Sorry, 6. Another one is the Eric Johnson one. So those are all on the A minor. Another pattern I like is this one. I'll play it slowly. I don't know how to explain it. Well, I know how to explain it, but it's easier to show. So it's a sequence. Or what other patterns do I know? So G, C, A, E, then the same thing in D, G, E, C. So it's just down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down. So a lot of economy picking there. Then I combine those things together to get those licks in different keys. That song is heavy. Oh man, I need to check it out. Okay, guys. Apparently, I still go up to like 1 minute and 1 hour and a half after all. Close enough. Ahmad Harun. By the way, I'm expanding my horizons in music in order to create great music. So I started on Korn, Slipknot, Nirvana, Limp Bizkit. How about it? Sounds good, man. I think just, you know what I would do is actually to expand horizons for bands, right? I would actually work backwards. So what I would do is, like say Nirvana, right? I would actually Google and figure out which bands they listen to. So I would check out Limp Bizkit, which bands did they listen to? Korn, which bands did they listen to? Slipknot, which bands did they listen to? So I usually like to work backwards, figure out their influences, and that will kind of spread out my listening by a lot. So for example, from Nirvana, I discovered the Meat Puppets, because the guitarist was a guest on the Unplugged in New York album. And the Meat Puppets, they have a, I don't know, I think the album's called Too High to Die or something. Let me check the album. I love the album a lot. And I found out about them because I was a Nirvana fan. So, but let me check out what's the album called. It wasn't called it's a studio album, that much I know. It was called, yeah, it was called, it's a 1994 album called Too High to Die. And so what happened was I listened to Nirvana Unplugged in New York, and then that made me find out about the Meat Puppets, and that led me to Meat Puppets Too High to Die. And that's how I found out about that band. So I usually like to start with a band and then work backwards historically, or check out who gigged with them in the same gig, in the same circuit, and this. So who would they play with? You know, if there was like a few bands playing at the same gig, who were the other bands that played together with them, and then who did they listen to or study with, or study the music of, and then kind of go that way, you know, backwards and parallel. And then I might check out as well bands that were influenced by them. So if you like Nirvana, maybe check out bands that were influenced by Nirvana. So you can start here, go backwards, go parallel with where they were, that were developing at the same time, and then their influences. And that's how I kind of find out about new music. Just go back, parallel, and forward into the future, time-wise, I mean timeline-wise. So that's how I check out new music. And it's sometimes it's just like you Google or you check out album credits are really good, interviews are really good. So you might just check out a Kurt Cobain interview or a Foo Fighters interview, you know, and then check out who are they listening to, who are they collaborating. Another way that some people do, and I do this as well, is if they work with a famous producer, famous record producer, I will check out the record producer and check out who else did the record producer produce, like who recorded in the same studio, like approximately the same genre, the same time, and check out. Because sometimes some bands do not make it, they don't become like world famous, but they're very good. So, and they may have albums available. And now with YouTube and Spotify, you don't even have to buy the album, you can check it out, and if you like it, then you can try to hunt down the more rare material on CDs or records and stuff like that. So that's what I would do, just parallel, backwards, and then kind of use the information you have from a particular band to find the other ones. So welcome, man. Azrul, okay, Azrul, I'm gonna play Latas Tingan for you. Azrul just got my jazz guitar Super Saver pack, Super Saver jazz guitar bundle. So I'm really excited. If you guys wanna be like Azrul, Azrul supporting the music, you know. So, and he's gotten some new stuff to practice. So you can get some stuff to practice. Okay, let's play this stuff. Let's play Latas Tingan. 1, 2. Just realized one thing, I need to make sure that the audio setting is okay. I'm gonna take out the ambient noise reduction because I don't want it to kind of clip or like cut out the sound unnecessarily for this music. That was Latas Tinggan that goes out to Azrul Algonquins. Hope you like it, man. I just played Ahmad Harun. I just played Foo Fighters Learn to Fly. I love it. But yeah, I'll take your word by checking out their influences for idea. Yeah, check it out, man. Let me know how it goes. If you find any cool like bands and stuff, come back, save the link to this video, and add the video here or something, because I'll be curious to see what you find out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for checking this out. Nowadays, you can hook the guitar to the game consoles. Yeah, absolutely, man. Oh, I love the gaming element that's possible now. So thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've been watching, click like. Please follow my page, like my page as Samad Music, facebook.com/AsSamadMusic. Again, if you guys want to support, if you found this helpful or useful in any way, check out those 3 things I put up. There is the, like I said, the Super Saver Jazz Guitar Bundle. That's just $1 US, 4 ringgit. Check it out. You get 50 guitar licks you can practice and 2 additional ebooks. If you want to start teaching guitar to make some side income, check out the new How to Start Teaching Guitar Lessons. That's assamad.com/teach, TEACH. And if you want to get everything I've made so far, and there's a lot more that I'll be making, but up to this point, 4 ebooks, 5 lesson packs, a whole bunch of bonuses. You save $62. I think you pay $60, but you save a whole lot more. Check out the 2019 Guitar Success Bundle. It will have a lot of stuff that can help you guys learn jazz, learn guitar chords, voicings, all that kind of good stuff. So again,